Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Chris and this reading is for the general collective of all signs as we experience the new moon in Cancer. So it won't be for everyone watching. If it resonates with you, please comment below, and if not, please be sure to check my channel for other messages you need to hear. And remember, time, energy, and gender are fluid. Feel free to reverse roles however they apply to you, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel, and tap the notification bell so you don't miss future readings. So guys, thank you so much to all of my new and returning subscribers. Your support, your love, it means so much to me. And thank you again to those of you who have purchased private readings from my half-off sale. That will be going on till the end of August. But just keep in mind, I do have a growing list. So if you want to hop on, just let me know. My details are down below in the description box. And again, thank you so much to those of you who have been patient. I've basically been traveling the entire month of June all over the place, and I'm finally home, so I'm going to get back into a routine, which I've been craving, and start checking off all of those readings. So again, thanks for your patience. For those of you who are new, again, check the description box below. My social media links are down there. My website link is down there, and the link to my new channel, Woo Works LLC, where you can also subscribe if you like things like guided meditations and so on and so forth. So if that is you, please subscribe over there and share with someone else that you love. So again, guys, this is going to be your new moon in Cancer reading. So for those of you who would like to skip astrology talk, please feel free to check the comments below. There will be a timestamp that will take you straight to the reading. For those of you who are sticking around, let's hash it out, man. It is going to be a very, very important new moon. Since we just ended, obviously, eclipse season a few weeks ago, and we are finally out of Mercury retrograde's shadow, okay? So completely done with Mercury retrograde. Now communication is going to be in forward motion, and we've had lots of time to review the past as far as how we communicate, especially how we communicate with ourselves, right? And so since we still have a bunch of planets in retrograde, and the new moon is focused around Cancerian energy, which is all about home, it's about deeper emotions, trust, family, and all of those themes, I have noticed in a lot of my private readings the theme of fear coming up, okay? Fear, doubts, worries, anxieties, and it makes perfect sense. I mean, like I said, we've got a lot of planets still in review and in retrograde, and the new moon energy is very potent for illuminating things, okay? So as we are leading up to the energy, which, by the way, new moon is today, and it peaks later on tonight, I think around like 9:15, 9:16. Again, that will vary depending on where you are in the world. But new moons are a great time to really shed light on the things that we're wanting to bring into our earthly environment, right? Into our 3D reality. So right after the full moon in Capricorn, we were asked to release all of the things from our past that we were holding on to, as far as regrets or shame, or just the way we handled things in the past, ways that we were perhaps blind to our own behaviors, and releasing any of that energy that was holding us back from being able to actually begin manifesting what it is that we wanted, okay? So with the new moon energy, obviously we know new moons are all about manifestation. It's been a minute since we've been focusing on that energy, especially with eclipse season. Obviously, most of you already know it's not really the best idea or the best energy to try to manifest in, seeing as it is very chaotic. But like I said, lots of forward motion happening right now. As I mentioned about a month ago, after eclipse season, entering into the month of July was going to be the time where where we would start seeing glimpses of our manifestations before eclipse season starting to come into fruition now, okay? So again, very important time for us to really be specific about what we're calling in, okay? So Cancerian energy, again, a lot of you guys may be feeling physical symptoms due to this energy, okay? And as I always say, and everyone says, as within, so without. So if you're one of those that are feeling fear or doubt, or you're feeling extremely emotional in this energy, you may see that sort of energy manifest into physical ailments, okay? Like headaches, stomach aches, aches in general. And that is your body's way of telling you that these things are needing to be purged and released, okay? So now is a really great time to sit down and journal, meditate, focus, and write down your wishes, okay? Get your bay leaves and begin manifesting again, okay? We've had lots of time to review. We've had lots of time to dip back into the past. And a lot of you also may be noticing that there are new levels of trauma, new levels of pain and hurt that are surfacing for you during this time. But it's not so new, is it? These energies are re-emerging from the past again. And again, they're asking to be removed. They're asking to be purged and released for good. Okay, we cannot be holding on to the energy of the past if we're wanting to move forward into a new chapter, okay? So with this energy of Cancer, again, I just feel very deep emotions surrounding what we're releasing, okay? And I think for some of you too, this period of June, this review period could have really been you going back over the things that you've already healed from, going back over the decisions that you've already made, and allowing yourself to grieve, allowing yourself to be realistic with how you maybe handled things in the past, okay? So again, moving from that full moon in Capricorn energy, the last 2 weeks leading up to now has probably been very intense, okay? And right now is the best time for us to, again, shed those things, allow ourselves to fully emerge out of the cocoon and stop forcing ourselves to repeat the pain that we've already healed, okay? We also just went through the Sirius portal, okay? So Sirius, our spiritual sun, was aligned with our earthly sun, okay? And Sirius is like 2 times the mass of our sun. And again, this could mean downloads for a lot of you guys, crazy dreams. I know I've had intense dreams these last few days to the point of like obviousness. Like the dreams I've had were so crystal clear and gave me such a specific message about my own journey that it was like it was laughable how obvious the answer was. And the fact that I had the answer the whole time and I was hiding it from myself, that is where the emotions came up for me, okay? Knowing that I had the answer to the issue that I was going through, knowing that I had the answer the whole time and that it was inside of me and I was just plainly ignoring it, it made me feel embarrassed. And, you know, again, that's a personal feeling and that's a personal thing I'm sharing, but the feeling of embarrassment of having to go back over something that you've already healed and something you've already understood and had closure on, to bring it back up out of the shadows one more time and simply say like, okay, now I see why I needed to go through that again, and now I see why I needed to relearn that lesson, because when I learned the lesson the first time, it was an older version of myself that wasn't able to really process things on the level that I can now, okay? Now that I've gone through a lot of spiritual awakening and evolvement of my own character. And again, those things that resurfaced right before the new moon, it was like the universe telling me like, okay, like this is the review. We've already gone through this and you already know the answer to the test. Now it's time for you to show your growth by evolving from your responses and revolving from the way you handle things into a new chapter, okay? And by doing so and by releasing that pain and that feeling of being rejected or not being chosen or feeling like it was something personal on me, I realized that I was making it personal on me. And now that I'm evolved and I'm looking back at that situation, I'm like, wow, so I really already knew this. Okay. And again, I know I'm ranting, you guys, but if anyone can relate, please comment below. Okay. Because I do feel like collectively we tend to experience the same things. Okay. And everyone's journey is different, obviously, with specific scenarios and things like that. But, and again, the physical ailments for me, I just have a huge headache as I'm saying all of these things, because I feel like, again, the major blockage was me. It was my mind, it was my ego, and that's begging to be shed away. Okay. And so as I am someone who teaches and preaches about unconditional love, it's time that we remember to show ourselves that same love. Okay. And Cancer is a very, like I said, nurturing and feminine energy, and I'm a Cancer rising. And so the way that I present myself into the world is of this energy. And so I tend to be the type of person who shares and spreads love to others, but I find it so difficult to love myself sometimes. I find it so difficult to really show myself that true, authentic, unconditional love because of the way that I have allowed myself to hold on to those feelings of abandonment and rejection and not feeling good enough. I've held on to those things for so long, and they've become a part of who I am. And so if you feel like you're that person and you feel like you're always sharing and spreading your love, but you're not getting it back, for some of you and not all of you, you could be realizing that you're the one that's actually blocking yourself. Okay? So if you're wanting to call in love and you're wanting to find someone who resonates with you and your spirit and who gets you and wants to be with you, you need to be able to be with yourself. Okay? You need to be able to stand your own self and forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be hurt and jaded by other people. Because it was never about you. It was never a personal thing. And it was never about me. It was never a personal thing. But I allowed it to become one. Okay? And so some of the shadow aspects of Cancer, I do feel like, is a little bit of a victim mindset. Okay? Or feeling like you have to like be a certain way or act a certain way to be accepted. And again, the energy of Cancer can also, I know people say Cancers are the crybabies. And I feel like that sometimes. And a lot of times I catch myself being emotional and I'm like, no. Like, I'm stuffing my own self back in a box and telling myself that my emotions are too much for other people. But I think that the problem essentially was that I was convincing myself that I was the problem and that other people, couldn't handle me because I was too much. But I think the main problem is that those other people weren't enough. They weren't enough for me. And so if you have been having realizations like this around your emotions, around how you maybe allow others to hurt you, then this new moon is going to be very important, okay, for you to be able to let go of those emotions, okay? Let go of those feelings of not being good enough, of feeling like it's a personal thing, like it's a problem because of you, because it's not, okay? You cannot control others, and you cannot make them feel a certain way. You cannot make them act a certain way. The only thing you can do is control yourself and how you act, okay? And if you are one of those who feels like you're too much for others, or you feel as if you're too emotional, or you've been told that you're too emotional, or you have some deeper traumas like abandonment or rejection, where you feel like no one understands you, then again, this could be for you, okay? And so again, I know that I'm ranting and I know I'm going on and on, but as you evolve in your spiritual journey, and as you awaken, and as you begin to learn more and more about yourself, who you are, your potential, and your gifts in this earthly realm, it's also important to remember that we are in a meat suit, okay? We're in a human body. And it's almost as if it's like a battle between our mind and our soul, okay? It's like a battle between our ego, what we've been told, what we've learned, what we've seen, what we've experienced, how we've been treated. All of those things get jammed into our memories and our mind, okay? But that's not who we are. Those interactions, those specific situations don't define us as a soul, as a being, okay? And so for those of you who feel intensely emotional right now, or things are coming up from the past right now that make you feel unwanted, that make you feel unloved or misunderstood, then this is a great time for you to allow yourself to be open to the idea. Okay, if you can be open to all the other ideas, okay, all of the negative self-talk and all of the things that keep you stuck and trapped and believing that you're not good enough for others, allow yourself to believe that you are, okay? Allow yourself to believe that you're capable of manifesting whatever it is that you want into this world. Okay, but you need to be able to let go of the preconceptions that you have of yourself based on the experiences that you've had in the past, because they are not you. Okay, you are you. And it's okay to feel things. It's okay to be honest about your emotions. It's okay to be real about what you want when it comes to any sort of partnership, whether it be romantic or friendship, family. You are the master of your own universe, okay? Don't fill your universe with self-hate, okay? Or negative thoughts about yourself, or feeling as if because certain people don't vibe with you or don't understand you, that's a reflection of who you are, okay? I was just speaking to a friend the other day. It's fucking lonely at the top, okay? When you're ascending and when you're shedding away people that no longer resonate with you and who you are, you will feel alone. You will feel like no one understands you. You will feel like everyone's leaving you, like you've been abandoned. But those things are happening to you because it's making you stronger, okay? These things happen because the people that are leaving your life are not meant to go with you to the next level. And for a time, you may be alone. But sometimes we need to be alone in order to see the truth of who we really are, okay? And so for those of you who have stuck out this entire rant, I feel as if what's coming in the next 2 weeks can be a major opportunity for those of you who feel like you're starting fresh, like you're on a clean slate, okay? I'm picturing the scene from Alice in Wonderland where she cries so much that she's able to make herself reach what she needs to reach and take the potion and fit through the door, okay? Sometimes we need to let it out. Sometimes we need to feel our feelings and allow ourselves to release and let go of all of those things, okay? So for those of you who are crying and letting out your feelings and your emotions during this time, understand that that's your body's way of leveling you up for a new chapter, okay? It's preparing you to fit through the keyhole of that impossible door into a bright and brand new future, okay? Where anything is possible for you. You just have to believe it to be so. Okay? Don't spend too much time dwelling in the sadness of it all, okay? Yes, it's sad. Moving on and leaving people behind is sad, but it's necessary for a lot of us to be able to do that. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into the reading because I feel like I've talked enough. So again, major purging of emotions right now. Allowing ourselves to receive the downloads and let go of the things that aren't serving, including the older versions of ourselves that no longer resonate with who we are now, okay? So let's see what's happening and what this energy is going to unfold for us in the next couple of weeks. So, of course, I'll be starting with the Moonology Oracle. All right, so what do we have for the collective? We have a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. So obviously this is a new moon, right? So new moons, we're talking about like things being revealed to us, things being illuminated in the dark of the moon. But with the full moon, we're talking about releasing, right? So again, in order for things to come to resolution, we need to be able to release all of the emotions that we are filled with and allow ourselves to move on to the next phase, okay? If we want a resolution, then what we need to do is we need to be open to it. We need to release what's holding us back. What else do we have for the collective? And look at that. We've got the new moon in Cancer coming out right after that. You and your loved ones are safe. So we just talked about how those people who are not moving on with us to the next level, they're not meant to move up into that space with us, right? They're not ready to move on with us. They're not meant to come with us on the next part of our journey. So this new moon in Cancer energy, talking about you and your loved ones are safe. For those of you who feel like there's no one that loves you or you feel like you're alone, this is speaking to what you're capable of manifesting, okay? Are you manifesting true love into your life? Are you manifesting someone who understands you, who resonates with your spirit, who gets who you are and doesn't make you feel like they're gonna walk away, okay? Are you manifesting your forever person? Because again, we're talking, okay, so also we have believe in the impossible because I got a peek at it and this is exactly what I was just talking about. Whatever you're manifesting during this new moon cycle, it's time for you to actually believe in it. Okay, we've got a lot of blue energy coming up, which is reminding me of the throat chakra. Like I said, we have Mercury now in now stationed direct, no longer in shadow period, and there is going to be a lot of communication moving forward, honesty about our true emotions, honesty about what it is that we really want to bring in, okay? And so in the processed energy, we have nothing yet is set in stone. So I do feel like over the course of the last month, a lot of things were up in the air. Okay, a lot was up in the air. There was just this energy of like chaos, okay, and everything just being like like a circus, okay? And so now that we're moving into a new moon cycle with no eclipses, straight up manifestation mode, it's time for us to believe in our dreams, believe in the impossible that we are wanting to manifest, okay? Crying all of our tears to get us through the tiny keyhole into the new bright future. Okay, it's gonna be able to happen, but not if you're doubting yourself still. Okay, not if you are feeling as if you are alone or that you're not capable of being love, of being loved, of being love itself. Okay, so let's dig in with the tarot and see what's going on, past, present, future. Sorry about that, guys. I went to shuffle and like the entire deck just spilled out. So for those of you who, again, have been feeling that chaotic energy, kind of feel like that was a manifestation of that coming out onto the table. Maybe a lot going on in the recent past. So let's shuffle again and see what we have for the recent past for the collective. So you've got the Hierophant coming up in the reverse, I might add. What do we have in the present energy? We've got the Seven of Cups. And what's coming for the collective? The Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. So we're going to get some clarity on those cards. But we've got the Seven of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So like I said earlier, in the process energy, we've got someone who is standing up for what's right. Someone defending themselves, or perhaps acting defensively. I see this as someone having lots of energy up against them, and they're in warrior's pose. Okay, so if this is you, I feel like there's been a lot of chaos, a lot of aggressive energy, and the need to stand up for yourself, the need to defend what's right, okay? And so this could also be speaking of just retrograde season in general, really needing to review and think about ways that maybe we've put up our guard unnecessarily based on energies of other people. Okay, so with the Hierophant coming up in the reverse, I really feel like for a lot of you, this is about spiritual beliefs and commitment. Okay, we know the Hierophant is a divine masculine energy, and also the energy of marriage, higher levels of commitment and relationships, but most of all, order. Okay, so when I see the Hierophant, I think, wow, so in the recent past, perhaps some of you had a long-term commitment in review. Okay, ooh, my foot just got a tickle. So perhaps this could be for some of you wanting a committed connection. Some of you could be in a committed connection, but with the card in the reverse, perhaps you're not getting the energy that you're hoping to receive from a partnership. Okay, perhaps this could simply be a marriage on its head, okay? Someone experiencing a disconnect from their partner, or no longer believing in the connection that they're in, okay? So when I see the Seven of Cups popping up in the present, this is basically the energy that I was describing, okay? It's confusion, it's feeling overwhelmed emotionally, and having a lot of decisions to make, okay? So it is also a card of hopes, wishes, and dreams, okay? Fantasies. So for a lot of you right now, this is a reminder that this is an extremely important time for you to make sure that you're including all of these wishes, all of these things that you're wanting to manifest, because you don't have to make a decision of one over another, okay? You can manifest it all. You just have to focus your intention, okay? So for those of you who do feel overwhelmed right now, perhaps coming out of this chaotic energy, being thrust right into a new moon, you might feel a little bit scattered, again, might feel a little bit emotional, overwhelmed, and struggling to decide what it is you actually want. But the thing about this is that I think what you're going to realize is that whatever it is that you choose to manifest right now, whatever you choose to put your energy into right now, and whatever fantasies and dreams you have about the future, you're going to end up manifesting all of it. Like I said, Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. This is someone who is stable, secure, satisfied in life. They don't need to depend on anyone else. As you can see, she's got this trusty bird on her arm. I feel like it's kind of signifying her connection to the spiritual realm. Okay? And I think for a lot of you, what you are wanting to manifest is equal partnership, okay? But instead of focusing on that itself, what's going to happen is you're going to put all of that focus into yourself, okay? You're putting it all into yourself. And in order to move forward and manifest the impossible, you need to be in that energy regardless. You need to be solid on your own. You cannot be dependent on anyone else or dwelling in toxic or codependent relationships. For some of you, this could be you manifesting wanting to be single, wanting to get a divorce, wanting to move away from a partnership that's not balanced, okay? Perhaps you felt like you needed to stand up for yourself recently in a commitment with someone and let them know, hey, like, I no longer believe that this is going to work. Okay, now it's time for me to make decisions and trust that this ending happened for a reason. Okay, this ending needed to happen. And even though it might be confusing, and even though there might be a lot of decisions to make, and yes, it might be an emotional time, it's important that you manifest all of these different things, okay? Put all of your energy into the impossible dream that you're wanting to manifest moving forward, and see how stable you become, okay? Watch how abundant you become, how independent. And again, this pre-Empress energy tells me that it's also kind of a preparation for what's to come, preparing yourself to birth a new cycle. Okay, let's get some clarity. Let's clarify the Hierophant in reverse. So we've got the Page of Wands. So I kind of feel like in the recent past, maybe whatever this was, it was a great idea at the time, okay? Maybe there was passion. Maybe there was a spark. But I see the page as more of a messenger, okay? I don't see this as like someone actually taking action. I see this as potential action. And so perhaps if this does involve a relationship that didn't actually pan out, I feel like it was like, yeah, the energy was there, but it wasn't enough to actually keep the relationship going, okay? Now, clarifying the Seven of Cups, we have the Five of Swords. So perhaps the confusion is around, again, memories from the past, thinking about like the fact of needing to walk away, or maybe communicating your truth could potentially hurt some people. And maybe that's why you're a little bit worried. Okay. Maybe, for those of you who are resonating with the storyline of needing to make decisions in order to manifest the impossible dream, I think that at this point you're willing to communicate whatever you need to in order to just win, okay? And in order to just be able to move on and move past it. This is like the energy of winning and feeling like an ass about it. It's like you want to communicate and be honest, but you know that it's going to hurt others. And that's exactly why you might be feeling overwhelmed right now. This could be petty arguments as well, confusion, miscommunications, manipulation, and things like that. And perhaps that's the reason why this wasn't working in the first place. It's almost like the confusion around manifesting something new is based on the worry that by communicating your truth, you're going to end up hurting someone. But as this card says here, you and your loved ones are safe. Okay, sometimes we need to speak a harsh truth in order to set ourselves free. Okay, so let's also clarify what's coming. Let's clarify the Nine of Pentacles energy. Interesting. So we've got the Chariot, okay, which is Cancerian energy. And we know that obviously as we end Cancer season, it's that energy of revving up the car, right? Revving up the car and preparing for the journey. The Chariot is in need of balance. It's like there's the action, the motion, the movement. It's all there. It's talking about that potential again, okay? The potential for something new. The potential for a new beginning. Passionate beginning. I think a lot of you are going to start realizing that you're the one that's in the chariot. You're the one that's leading these horses where they need to go. And it's time for you to stop delaying the journey forward, okay? It's time for you to stop delaying your journey forward. Right now is the time to gain balance and allow yourself to make these decisions. Allow yourself to move forward with these dreams that you're wanting to manifest. But in order to believe in the impossible dream, you need to believe in yourself. And that's what the Nine of Pentacles is. Okay, someone who believes in themselves and understands their ability to manifest abundance and love and happiness into their lives with or without anybody by their side, okay? So the Chariot comes in to clarify, like, this is the next step of the journey. The Chariot's ready to go, okay? And let's get one card for Leo season, the beginning of Leo season. And I've got two. So, okay, and so look at that. So as we end Cancer season and move into Leo season, we've got the King of Cups and the Nine of Cups. So for those of you who are trying to manifest love, trying to manifest honesty and someone who is capable of deeper emotions, for some of you, this is going to be your ultimate wish come true. And you're going to realize that you've held yourself back from getting this wish fulfillment by not believing in yourself in the past, by allowing yourself to stay stuck and trapped in your belief systems perhaps, and maybe and not really being clear on what commitment and marriage and that sort of thing actually meant to you in the past. Now you're moving forward into a space where you know, okay, I can manifest my wishes, I can manifest my dreams, and I can manifest the King of Cups, okay? King of Cups is the emotional king, someone who is capable of being authentic, of offering unconditional love. But this is someone who is revered in love. Okay, they're not just out here sharing their cup with the world, everyone take a sip. This is someone who saves their love for someone who is on their level. They're not chasing love and they're not looking for it, but they're capable of it and they're full of it. Okay, their cup is full. So for those of you wanting to manifest someone like this, someone who is very deep and emotionally intelligent, it could be what comes for you in Leo season, okay? Also keep in mind, the Nine of Cups is a warning to be careful what you wish for, okay? So for those of you who have been manifesting this all along, perhaps this could be, like I said, the manifestation of what you were asking for before eclipse season occurred, okay? And perhaps for a lot of you, you've been dealing with putting out fires in a sense over the last month, separating yourself from perhaps the idea that you needed to be a certain thing or act a certain way or fit into a certain category in order to have this higher level of commitment. Now you're starting to see the truth, okay? The truth is being revealed to you. You're understanding that you're the one capable of moving this chariot forward into a new cycle of independence, of abundance, and of love, okay? It's not impossible, not if you believe, okay? So to clarify that Seven of Wands, we've got the Nine of Wands. So once more, this warrior energy being clarified by the wounded warrior, and my eye is twitching now, which is insane. For a lot of you too, a part of this energy coming at you, it was in order for you to build character on your spiritual journey. It was in order for you to learn about yourself. These lessons and this energy of perhaps being hurt before, being wounded before, feeling like you're not good enough, unloved, unwanted, rejected, abandoned, all of those things. The wounded warrior continues to push forward in their passion and their purpose. They don't allow the hurts of the past to stop them from moving forward into the next cycle, okay? So for those of you who had a really rough June, I feel as if a lot of really great things are coming for you. Okay, you just need to be open to receiving them. You need to be open to allowing yourself to push forward into the next cycle. And you need to be able to hold yourself accountable for the ways that you blocked your own self in the past. Okay? Both Cancer cards coming out, a personal issue reaching resolution. You and your loved ones are safe. Believe in the impossible coming out with a full moon, a full blue moon. For some of you, the opportunity that's coming for you, you may feel like it's a joke. And that's what I just heard. The opportunity coming for you may seem so unrealistic that you might write it off as a joke. Okay? So for those of you who have been hardened and who are now a little bit cynical, keep in mind that when Leo season approaches and you start to gain that confidence back, remember what it is that you wished for and remember what it is that you worked so hard to manifest. Because for some of you, someone could actually be coming in. And for some of you, you may have waited so long for this person to come in that you are like gonna laugh when they actually do come in, because it's gonna be one of those things that once you release this block, once you release this energy of being stuck and overwhelmed or focusing on the past, you're gonna be surprised at how quickly this new cycle manifests for you, okay? That it's going to almost seem like a joke, okay? So for those of you who that resonates with, like I said, this energy is meant to be a prediction of what's coming over the next 2 weeks and as we move into Leo season. So if any of that resonates with you, like I said, please let me know. And now I'm going to take a look at what could be the potential blockage. Okay, well that came out quite quickly and easily. So the potential blockage, we have the Knight, and then we have 2 fire energy, so confidence and recharge. So again, kind of capitalizing on what I just said, okay? For those of you who this is resonating with, there could perhaps be some sort of a knight in shining armor energy moving towards you. As you can see, we've got this confident character coming here, but we've got this smaller woman who looks almost like in disbelief, okay? Don't doubt the manifestation when it actually comes in, okay? Maybe you've been wishing so long for this to come in that it does seem impossible. It does seem a little ridiculous. But Spirit is telling you, do not block the manifestation when it comes in. Allow it to come in and process this energy with confidence, okay? Remember who you are. Don't allow the old version of yourself that told you that you weren't good enough or that you needed to be a certain way or act a certain way or do a certain way or dress a certain way or be a certain size or any of those things. Don't allow your confidence to be an issue when it comes to the manifestation coming in. Don't block it. Be confident and remember that you are capable of manifesting whatever you want. And perhaps, again, this Leo energy coming in, some of you could be the complete opposite, okay? You could go from feeling completely low and dejected to Leo season coming in and you feeling like a brand new person, okay? So don't allow yourself to be overconfident to the point where, all right, now you're like, okay, whatever. I don't need this. Be open to whatever this is that's coming in. And with the recharge card coming up, again, I do feel like for some of you, the next few weeks could be a little bit of a challenge because you need to recharge your energy, okay? spend the new moon cycle manifesting, truly meditating and getting focused on what it is that you're wanting to call in. And immediately after that, allow yourself to recharge and focus on yourself, okay? Be confident in yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but like I said, when Leo season approaches, I feel like a lot of us are going to be feeling that energy, getting our energy back and allowing ourselves to believe that we are worth it, right? So very interesting, going from Cancerian energy to Leo energy. It is kind of like an opposite, right? Overly emotional perhaps and deep feeling, to overly confident and wanting to be in the spotlight, okay? So let's go ahead and get some advice from Spirit and see what's, okay, you know what? Can I at least get one shuffle in before you start dropping cards? What does Spirit have to say regarding perhaps how to overcome the blockages? So you've got purity and growth. So interesting. Earlier I was talking about how, our mind is an issue sometimes, right? Our mind tells us things and holds on to these memories that make us feel some type of way. Okay, so with this blanket of snow over her eyes and this woman dancing freely over here, I just feel like for a lot of you, Spirit is simply saying it's time to cleanse your mind and allow yourself to dance onto a clean slate, okay? It's time to rid yourself and your mind of all of the negativity that's been holding you back. Again, all of the self-doubt and the self-hate and the hate talk, okay? Remember, all of your words are spells, okay? Even the words you speak on yourself. And what you believe to be true is actually true. So if you believe that you are not good enough, then that is going to be true. If you believe that you're, no one's ever going to love you, then that will be true. So remember, what you believe to be true is true. And it will manifest into the physical. So Spirit's telling you to purify your thoughts, okay? Purify your energy. Cleanse, release. Allow yourself a blank slate in your mind. And only put this energy there. This right here. This freedom. Okay? And with growth coming up after that, need I say more? This is the key. Allow yourself to purify your thoughts and your energy. Cleanse your space. Because you can write whatever you want on a blank canvas, okay? Once you begin to do that, that's when you're going to start to see growth. That is when you're going to see movement. And with this clock hanging here, again, this could be a long-awaited manifestation. But with this 5 here, it's simply saying that major changes needed to be made first, okay? And now some of you, instead of trying to change what's around you, it's time to start changing what's within you, okay? As within, so without. Look within, cleanse your space, cleanse your mind, and only allow the thoughts to dwell in your mind that are copacetic with the dream that you're trying to manifest. That is when you're going to see growth. That is when you're going to see change. Okay, and that is when it's going to be your time. Stop letting old versions of yourself that have been abandoned and rejected and hurt in the past to live rent-free inside of your mind. It's time to release those older versions of yourself and allow yourself to be open to receiving what it is that you know you deserve. Okay? Very interesting reading, very long. Hopefully it resonated with someone out there. And again, if you feel like you can relate to the beginning portion of my reading, please reach out to me. Even if it's not in the comments and you'd like to send a private message, I always look forward to those as well. And so, yeah, I just kind of wanted to peek at the bottom of the deck. Peace, okay? Peace is the final message. It's time for you guys to find peace within. All right? Meditation, focus. Allow yourself to cleanse your mind of any thoughts, of any energies that don't bring you peace. Okay? So, I love you guys so much. Look forward to some more content. And it is, like I said, almost Leo season. And I will be coming out with your zodiac readings pretty soon. So anyways, guys, stay safe. I love you, and I will see you soon. Bye.